Tiny Princess Teresa here with my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V Four Job Fiesta. We last left off, we were outside the fire ship here, and it's up to our heroes, TnyToe, Galuf, and heroines, Lenna and Faris, to shut down the engine. Even though the crystal amplification machine was shut down, the fire ship's engine is still drawing power from the fire crystal. And if we don't shut off the engine, unfortunately the crystal may crack. So, of course, it's not going to be an easy thing to do because, well, this area is filled with monsters. 4 new types of monsters. We're going to meet 3 of them right here in this battle. You might be thinking 3 of them, but there's only 2 different monsters there listed. Well, there's something interesting about battles in this ship. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out that defeater. So we're going to target our the defeater with Lenna and Faris. Remember, TnyToe and Galuf can't target enemies. They're just berserkers. We can't issue them commands. So we're going to concentrate our fire with the characters we can command on the crew dust. Remember, if the crew dust is left alone, what will happen is he'll use that flash spell. And the flash spell blinds your characters, so we don't want him to be left alone. So, now one of the interesting things is when you defeat all these enemies, sometimes what will happen is a new enemy will pop down from the ceiling, so you have like a bonus enemy that pops down. The motor trap. So these motor traps, they're weak against lightning, but you may not want to hit them with lightning, because if you hit them with lightning and you don't finish them off, they'll use a blue magic spell called Exploder, and Exploder will deal damage equal to their remaining hit points on you. So, like I said, we can learn that with our blue mages, but we don't have the blue mages right now. We'll have to come back for eventually to learn it. But also, if they stay around long enough, they may use that attack as well. So we're going to try to get rid of them as quick as possible. So, finish them off. Now we're going to head up here. This dungeon can be a little bit confusing. There's all these catwalks, multiple levels. So, head up here. Some good treasure, though, so going to be burning through a lot of potions here, especially against the boss. So, we got some interesting strategies against the boss, so it'll be a long boss fight, but it'll be interesting. So, I'm going to equip the the elf cape onto Faris. TnyToe and Galuf, with all the mithril equipment, they have really good defense, so they don't really need to dodge attacks. Faris will benefit more from the 33% chance to dodge attacks that the elf cape gives. And eventually, we'll move Lenna to the back row. She's going to get a weapon, a boomerang, that does the same damage from the back row. Normally, if you put a character in the back row and they have a melee weapon, it halves their damage, but the boomerang special, it doesn't half the damage, so we'll basically get a double our armor and not affect our attack at all. This chest is a little hard to see there, but we're going to pick it up. Phoenix down. We see these elevators here. Remember what that one soldier said. In order to use the elevator, just hit the switch, the red switch on the side. So, yeah, this can be a confusing dungeon because you're jumping back and forth. There's multiple layers, and so you kind of get lost in the backgrounds. So, now we have a little conveyor belt there to the south. There's a really good item, an accessory in that chest down there, but we can't get it because that conveyor belt is moving up. If we step on the conveyor belt, it's just going to throw us back. So we've got to find a way to drop down onto that chest from above. So we're going to sneak around through the air shaft, and luckily find an elevator that'll take us up above that chest so we can drop down onto the chest area. But there'll be some other treasure to get first, so just looking at my map, this, like I said, can be pretty confusing, and this room we're going to in has a lot of areas. There's 4 chutes we can go in down at the south. We don't want to go into the right, that's a dead end. We want to head into the middle though first to get some treasure. Take another elevator down. And we're going to see another one of those conveyor belts off to the left when we leave this elevator. But the conveyor belt is moving to the right, so we're going to have to find a way around the conveyor belt to get that treasure chest. See, if we step on it, it's just going to push us around. Luckily, we can take the air vent again. So we take the air vent, we sneak our way around, use up some potions to heal ourselves up. And we end up by that treasure chest. We pick it up, a green beret. It's a good piece of equipment to upgraded headgear for our thieves. Unfortunately, it's not like the Green Beret in Final Fantasy VI that'll increase the max hit points by 10%. That would have been a nice boost there, but nope. I just did a quick check there. It doesn't do anything, so just gives some better defense. Now I'm going to take the elevator back up, and we're going to take the third chute from the left. And that's going to take us into a hole that'll drop us down onto that treasure chest that we wanted to get earlier. So we'll take the third chute from the left, and we end up in this room with a bunch of conveyor belts, and it pushes us around. And we want to get to that hole at the bottom there, but first we want to take the third chute, because now we can get the Thieves Glove. The Thieves Glove is an accessory that we give to our thieves, and it raises their chance to steal from 40% to 80%. So basically it's doubling our chance to successfully steal. That'll be really good because the one remaining enemy left in this area has high potions as a common steal, so we want to steal as many of them as we can, so. And there it is, the Poltergeist. So it's that guy up there at the top. Once again, we want to take care of the crew dust, the shadows there. And there we go, we stole the high potion there. It was tough to see because the enemy stats are blocking, but... And luckily our Berserkers took out the crew dusts. They actually focused on the person I wanted them to take care of, so... Nice! And there's Faris getting good use out of that elf cape there. Bonk. Yeah, we finished. And that is all the new enemies other than the boss in this area, so let's head back this way. Doing a lot of backtracking, but we had to backtrack because we really wanted to get that accessory, that Thieves Glove. So that'll also help us maybe steal elixirs off those zoo enemies, those big birds outside of Karnak Castle and the surrounding areas. So we're back in this room again, and this time we're going to take the second from the left. And that'll take us all the way down to this hole at the bottom that we wanted to get into. Boop! And the way forward is through that door. We want to head up the staircase over there to the right first to get some more treasure. Treasure is always good. So, hit this little switch, and a doorway opens up there to the north. And we get the Moonring Blade. That's a boomerang. We're going to give that to Lenna. It's a better, does 12 more points of attack. And we can put Lenna in the back row. So that's why she doesn't have the elf cape. Because she'll be in the back row. So she won't benefit as much from it. So, alright, let's head on in here. And we definitely don't want to head up that way. That'll take us to back to that room where there was those 4 chutes. That doorway takes us to the one on the far right. So we're going to head in the left door here. We want to get to our save point. We want to make a save here because we have a tough boss coming up. It actually took me 2 tries to beat this boss. And got to have an interesting little strategy here. So now with this party, we're going to have to do some unique things. So I changed TnyToe back into a thief, and I gave him the Moonring Blade because he don't have a piece of armor, and I only have Galuf as the Berserker. And what I'm going to do here in these battles is I'm going to try to knock Galuf out. I don't want Galuf around for the Berserker class, around for the first part of this boss fight. So as you can see, as I've been going through fights, I've been attacking Galuf. But unfortunately, he's has some pretty high defense, so it's going to take a while to hurt him. So, and of course, he keeps attacking, so he's defeating enemies while we're trying to defeat him. So, but the reason why is because this enemy coming up has a counterattack. I'll explain the strategy in a little bit, but yeah, enemies, bosses now are going to basically start coming around with counterattacks, and we won't be able to deal with those counterattacks very effectively if Galuf keeps triggering them as the Berserker. So we're going to take him out, but we'll revive him at the end of the battle. So at the end of the battle with the boss. But we don't want him around berserking for the first kind of phase of the boss. So you want to push a bunch of these switches, allow us to get that elixir. And right here, we're in the boiler room, but before we step onto that ladder there, that staircase, we want to heal all our characters up to max. Except for Galuf, we want to keep him down. And, ooh, who's that? It's the Queen! Queen Karnak! What's going on? Uh-oh. Is that dark shadow that captain was talking about? Infidels, you shall pay for interfering with my revival. Oh, it's like she's possessed by something. By that evil dark cloud. Is it the dark cloud? The cloud of darkness? No, that's the boss in Final Fantasy III. I'm gonna play that game eventually. And we have the Liquid Flame. The Liquid Flame has 3 different forms. They all share the same hit point total though, 3,000 hit points. Every time you hit the Liquid Flame, it'll change its form. But it has to be a successful hit. The Moonring Blade, one thing about it is it has, whatchamacallit, it has a 5% chance to miss, so that's one bad thing about it. But this is the Liquid Flame, the Tornado. This is the form that we want. The Liquid Flame, when the Tornado, all it will ever do is just cast Fire 2 on itself to heal itself up. But what we want to do is we want the Liquid Flame to keep casting Fire 2 on itself, and eventually it'll run out of magic points. I think it takes 5 or 6 casts of Fire 2. And then it'll just keep trying to cast Fire 2, but it won't have the magic points. So basically, whenever we get the Liquid Flame in the Tornado form, it's just free healing for us. So like I said, if we had Galuf alive, he'd be attacking the Liquid Flame and it would be changing forms, and we wouldn't be able to get all this like free cool healing. So I'm gonna move the high potions up to the front so that they're easier in case I need to. So yeah, we're just gonna let the Liquid Flame run out of his MP. Unfortunately, the forms don't share MP. But hey, as long as we get this form out of MP, it'll never do anything. So this is just a free chance for us to heal up. So the Liquid Flame has 3 different forms. Every time you hit one, it's going to change a form. So we have the Man, the Tornado, and the Flame. As the human, it fights, and it counters attacks every time you fight it with that Blaze spell. It hits everybody for a decent amount of fire damage. The Tornado, we already talked about its AI. It's just going to keep casting Fire 2 on itself until you hit it, and then it'll change forms. And the Hand form will either fight you or use that Blaze spell on it. So basically what we want to do is basically we want to heal ourselves up, get ourselves up to max hit points while it's on the Tornado form, and then we'll attack it and have it change forms, and hopefully keep attacking it, and hopefully every time we attack it, it changes back into this Tornado form. And then that way, we can, just heal up if we need to. So it turns back into the Man form. Now when we hit it, use the Blaze spell, so can't really do too much healing here, but every time we hit it, it'll counter, so there's a special attack rush, does extra damage. So now it'll counter that attack with the Blaze, and hopefully it turns into a Tornado, and it does. So now we can heal ourselves up. And like I said, this is just a long battle, but this is basically the only way that I can really figure out how to do it with this class restriction. If you had like a Black Mage, you can use ice on it. You can break that ice rod that you found back in Carwin, deal massive damage. Breaking a rod casts a level 3 elemental spell, so this is a flame, so obviously it's going to be weak to all ice magics. So at least in the Tornado and the human form. The Hand form, though, that one is immune to all magic, so you can't hurt it with magic, the Hand form, so you don't want to waste magic on the Hand form, but we don't have to worry about that. So I have a calculator off to the side that I'm keeping track of the Liquid Flame's hit points. Now the Berserker can do about 200 to 400 damage depending on how it rolls. So when I get to around like 2400 hit points, that's when I'm going to change it up to I'm gonna revive that Berserker. Ooh, and TnyToe got knocked out. Though, yeah, it used that fire too when it changed its form, and knocked TnyToe out. I wanted to heal him up with a high potion. But this is the importance of why we want to keep having ourselves at full hit points when it's in that tornado form, because that way we can kind of survive basically 2 counterattacks. So, boing, oh, back into the hand. So we want to hit it ASAP to try to get it to change to that tornado form. Nope, not good. See, this is where it can get a little tricky if it's not changing into the tornado form. So at this point, we want to make sure that we get our characters healed up. So if we have to throw a few high potions, we have to throw a few high potions. That's why it was good that we stole a bunch off of those defeater enemies, or the poltergeist enemies. All right, so now it's back to its tornado form. So nothing's going to happen here. We can take our time to revive Lenna there, heal ourselves up with potions. Yeah, we're using a lot of potions, so... But luckily, potions are cheap. You can steal them pretty easily, and, you know, even if you don't feel like spending a lot of time stealing them, like I said, they're really cheap, and thieves don't really require too much investment in terms of money. So, use up your potions. Might as well use them up here, heal ourselves up to full, because right now, because we ran the liquid flame out of MP, there's nothing it can do. So, let's just... use our time to heal up, and it can't heal itself anymore because it's out of MP. So now it's just a matter of slowly taking it down. Yeah, this strategy would not work if the Galuf was around, because he'd be hitting the liquid flame and changing its form. So Magnet just pulls the character if they're from the back row to the front row, so not too much of an important thing. Hey, worked out really nice there. Yeah, that's the best one. It's just it switches from human form into the tornado form. It just makes it easy. Long battle, but you know, it's a manageable now that we have this little strategy. So that's the little fun thing about the Final Fantasy 5 Four Job Fiesta here. Sometimes you gotta like use you gotta come up with new tricks to beat enemies. Like I said, if you had a black mage, you just like steamroll this boss. But we had the Berserker. We had to find a way to prevent the Berserker from constantly attacking, and so this is how I figured. So this is one way to do it. Alrighty, so we just keep hitting up. Like I said, I'm keeping track of the hit points with the calculator on the side. How Ray paralyzes our characters there, so dope. There we go. Hit it. Good. Now the hand is out of MP, so if it transforms into the hand, that's not bad either. Yeah, the hand was kept counting with that Fire 3. So that was the main issue whenever we hit it and changed forms. The human casts Blaze, the hand casts Fire 2. But now we don't have to worry about the counter from the hand, so... Yeah, this battle pretty much over with. It's a matter of dealing a little bit more damage. We'll heal ourselves up to keep things going. And it'll all be good, so it's just a matter of running this thing out, so yay! Aha! Good thing they can have an ability or use items like an elixir or an ether to restore their magic points. And too bad Blaze doesn't use magic points. That's like a skill, an enemy skill, so yeah, and we can't run it out of MP or skill points. Alright, we just keep healing up here. Slow going, but hey, slow and steady wins the race. Like a turtle. That turtle enemy is grass turtle is the one enemy I tried to meet in the last episode that I didn't meet. Before I went to the town. I was like, oh, let's see if I can get into a fight and get that one enemy. But, couldn't run into it, so... Oh well. Well, we're almost set. So I'm gonna use the Phoenix down here to bring Galuf back to life. Throw a high potion on him to get him back to full health. That way he can, survive. My capture card's going a little bit crazy there, but not too long. So yeah, not too much to go. One thing interesting is depending on what form you feed the liquid flame in, determines its drop. So it dropped a flame skein there, a ninja thrown item. It drops a fire rod if you beat it in the tornado form, and the hand drops a flame bow. We'd probably want the flame bow, but we can buy that a little bit later. That's the only weapon we could use, drop that we can use. So I was being controlled by something. An evil spirit. It desires to break the crystals. Your Highness, the crystals, it's not just the machines that are destroying them. Something evil is using their power to resurrect itself. Uh-oh. Please save the fire crystal. It's in the room just through that pipe. Alright, well, we shut down the engine, and the queen, she'll be okay. Don't worry about me. More importantly, protect the crystal. Well, let's listen to what the queen said. And I'm gonna head through this, little pipe here. And that's gonna take us to the fire crystal. There it is. It's still intact. Woohoo! That's not. Well, they said it was cracked. Oh, what's that? Hey, it's the werewolf. Thank goodness it's still intact. Yeah, see, he wasn't a bad guy. He's trying to protect the crystal too. Uh-oh. Galuf? He knows Galuf too, like that knight back in Walt's tower. Won't let you touch the crystal, werewolf. Stand down. I am not your enemy. Yeah, he's trying to protect the crystal too. I'm not so sure about that. Come on, TnyToe. You of all people should know, like, not to judge somebody. Galuf, say something. What's happened? Is something wrong? Because you know me? I can't remember a thing. Who in blazes am I, anyway? Who in blazes? We're in a fire crystal. Nice little pun there. Yeah, TnyToe, remember you were, falsely accused of being a bad guy and thrown in jail. That was nice to do that. Oh, what's that guard do? You there, what have you done? Sending that much power through the crystal will smash it to smithereens. Uh-oh, he must have been... Yep, he's possessed by that evil cloud too. And this makes 3. One more and the seal is broken. Wahahaha! That's not good. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can shut it off. TnyToe, what's going on? No good, the switch is broken. Darn, they don't make them like they used to. Uh-oh. And all these pipes are going into the crystal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's that? That wolf is going to try to stop this last pipe. Uh-oh. Galuf, I'll hold us back. You four must escape. Only one chance remains. Save the Earth Crystal. We kind of saw where the Earth Crystal was, but we don't know. Apparently it's not hooked up to a machine, remember? Because Sidon said he only made the machines for Tycoon, Waltz, and Karna. Go, once the crystal shatters, this room is going to go up in flames. Get out of here and protect the last crystal with your lives. Werewolf! We have to help him! Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. But the fire keeps popping up. Like that wolf said, the thing's gonna blow. And we end up falling down this hole. Galuf, your only hope. Who is Galuf? This is the second person from a meteorite who knows who Galuf is. And once again, the crystal shatters, but we won't be able to get those crystal fragments just yet. And we end up near the jail. To the right is the where the jail was, where we were thrown in last episode. And to the left is back to the crystal room, so... And because the crystal now is gone, remember the crystal was sending out those flames? So now the crystal's gone, those fires are going to be gone, which means that we can get all those treasures and go through all those passages that were blocked off earlier. The crystal shattered. And there's the 5 shards. One's off screen. Where's the werewolf? He probably got trapped in the fire. Couldn't get out. Maybe escaped into the... He jumped into the pipe and got into the flame ship. I don't know. We have to hurry. The crystal was held together by the power of the fire crystal. Uh-oh. It was a load-bearing crystal. Hold up, so now the crystal's gone, the castle's gonna blow? Yep, exactly, we have no time to lose. Yes, this is gonna be a timed event. And no matter what class you're in, you have an automatic sprint. So, just to get you out of there quicker. But we have 10 minutes until the castle blows, but before we run away, we want a quick run here, go back to this pot, it heals ourselves up. Head back to the save room, we'll save our game. And this is where we're going to, start in our next episode. We'll turn TnyToe back into his Berserker here. Now, every time you're in a menu, the thing is still running. The clock is still running. See, it has the time over there? Yeah, the clock is still running. See? So, you don't want to spend too much time in the menu. So, well, can we escape the castle that's about to blow up? Find out in our next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye!